We have Mr. Alok Rampal, who's a business coach with Action Coach India. He comes with over 20 years of experience in sales and marketing from various sectors like hospitality, travel, insurance, financial management, and mutual funds. Alok's last corporate stint was in the capacity of national sales head of a mutual fund company. Alok has helped mold several businesses and groomed them to become profitable business. Coaching is his passion and public speaking is his forte. Business coaching comes to him as a natural instinct. With this, I hand it over to Alok. Please take it off. Hi, Alok. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Am I audible?
Yep.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope my voice is loud and clear.
Yeah, it is. We can hear you, Alok. You please go forward. We're actually short on time, so we have to keep this quick. Please go forward.
Okay, before I speak, I need to find out is the video on?
Your video is not on, Alok, yet.
So, yeah. So, hi everyone. So, we are short of time. We barely have about 35 minutes to go from here. So the first thing I would request everyone to be as responsive when I discuss as we are when I start this. So पहला सवाल मेरे को आपसे पूछना है. The first thing I want to ask you is, should it be a mixture of Hindi and English? Do I have permission? Can it be a mix of Hindi and English? Okay, great. This is the flow. The first question I'd like to ask you, ladies and gentlemen, is, do you feel in normal business once we open up our offices sometime in June? My second question is, do you think only the inputs shared here will ensure that you succeed in your businesses? I will wait for half a minute. Let everybody type in so that then we can have a democratic session more than anything else. Okay, great. That's right. So things would have changed. As we are sitting in homes, things have changed outside. The moment we reach our offices, it will not be the same ever again. Social distancing has taken place. Our businesses have changed overnight. Now, my dear friends, have we changed? Or are still we the same as we were when the offices were closed on 20th of March? Let's go on. This is my favorite slide to start with. The country that I'm very fascinated with, other than my own country, is Japan. Are you aware, friends, that Japan has a history of about 150 years or more of earthquakes and persistent ones? Japan एक ऐसी जगह पर स्थित है. It is located in the ring of fire, which has tectonic plates below. There are two basic huge tectonic plates above which you have Japan. And what happens is, whenever these tectonic plates shift, there's an earthquake, there's a tsunami, and adversity in Japan. There are 4 islands in Japan by the name of Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. They are not on the mainland Japan, but close by islands of Japan. You'd be surprised to know they have earthquakes every twice or once a month. Initially, it was decided that, yeah, we should migrate. How many times can we have these adversities and tragedies coming and taking over our families? But then they decided, why not we make architecture such that the earthquakes are taken care of? From the brick architecture, they overnight shifted to wooden architecture. Remember, it is not earthquakes that kill, it is the debris that kills people. And this is when Japan graduated from the mud and brick architecture into wooden architecture, and which is, by the way, the most beautiful in Japan now. They have bases where the gaps while making the plinth are so high that they can be taken care once an earthquake comes in and strikes. This is where Japan has stolen the show, and they are one of the most adaptable countries other than India that I've come across. The next slide. This is a heart-wrenching tale of two big corporates everybody, every household is aware of. They cease to exist now. One is Blockbuster and one is Kodak. If you remember, guys, Blockbuster used to be, till about 15, 20 years back, #1 video retailer in the world. 9,000 stores the inke paas. 9,000 when the new technology struck in. From a 9,000 and a $6 billion behemoth, it started collapsing because it did not see the winds of change coming in. It did not realize that video on demand could be so huge, to the extent that the Netflix people, Hastings, approached him and asked him, can you purchase my company for $5 million? To which the reprimand was, too small, man. And now the last store of Blockbuster ceased to exist on 31st of March in Australia. From a household name, it went down because it could not see the change coming. Kodak, till about 10 years back, 15 years back, Kodak was a household name. It has a century of being a market leader. Can you imagine? Kodak used to have 80% market share on film cameras. 80% market share across the world. It used to be a household name. Har ghar mein Kodak ka camera, har ghar mein Kodak ki reels. Where is it now? Disappeared. Why? Because it did not see the disruptive digital technology coming in. It is now history. My next slide is blank one. Why? Why is it a blank one? Is because I want to ask you, friends. We believe it or not, June will never be the same again. Will you adopt to the winds of change? Or will you see change coming over and taking you as a tsunami, as a victim? Where are you placed? हमने क्या करना है? Social distancing will change business overnight. Airlines have done it. Coffee chains have already started doing it. What are you and me waiting for? You know, gone are the times when we used to say, "Arey yaar, ye kya ho gaya? Tsunami, ye COVID aa gaya. Ab kya hoga?" It's the thing of the past. We are already on our way up. There are 4 mindsets, friends, and this I'm sure everybody will relate. 4 type के लोग होते हैं. सबसे पहला वो होता है a failure mindset. अरे यार, nothing is working. My God, I tried everything in my life. Nothing at all worked. What do I do with my team? What do I do with my staff? What do I do with the products that I'm handling now? Things have changed. Will I be able to survive? That is the first mindset. What is going to be the result? Everybody knows it. The second is the frustration mindset. Boss, government ने ऐसा क्यों नहीं किया? Government ने वैसा क्यों नहीं किया? Why wasn't the social distancing enforced before this took such a huge turn? Why doesn't government do this? Why are the policies not in my favor? Why is my specific industry being impacted the most? That is a frustration mindset. Do you think solutions are possible on a frustrated mindset? No. Third is conventional success mindset. What happens is, friends, success and failure before March is immaterial now. हम शहंशाह थे. That was before 20th March. हम downtrodden the. We were, sick in our business units. That also good news is that is a past. June, all the successes, all the failures will cease to exist. What will exist is how you start afresh with a new mindset. The fourth is the infinite mindset, where sky is not the limit. When I go to my office, when you go to your office, what is the mindset you will go with? Will you go with the mindset, boss, मैं राजा था, मेरे ये जो systems हैं, मेरे ये जो rules हैं, यही रहेंगे? Or will you go, let the situation come? आगे क्या होगा? We will decide and be as nimble-footed and flexible as we can. Circumstances will govern how we take our next steps. You know what is the biggest advantage of being an infinite mindset person? The biggest advantage is they have no mind set. There are no rules that govern it. There are no inhibitions. There are no restrictions. What is limitless. What are the opportunities? Limitless. Do I need to even tell you that today's report of IMF, I'm digressing from the topic. Today's report of IMF suggests that India will be the first country to come out of this mess. India will be the biggest Make in India hub because of the initiatives taken by the government. Do I need to even tell you about the opportunities that are going to take place going forward? Are we open-minded enough, or are we still cocooned in the old mindset that boss, mere business ka kya hoga? Do we want to take charge of our lives going forward? Because we've got teams who are looking up to us. Are we adaptable enough to change? Is what you have to answer yourself. There are 3 drives that businesses will enforce post-lockdown. Ye aap gaant bandh lijiye. The first drive is every organization is going to go on a drive mode to automate. Everything they will want to do is to first try and automate everything possible. How to automate systems, how to automate processes, how to automate deliveries, how to automate sales as much as possible. Virtual is the new normal. The first drive that the organization will take is how to automate stuff. The second drive they're going to take is drive to reach the customers at homes directly. How can I be digitally empowered that I can reach the customers directly is what the corporate is going to look forward to. We like it or not, change is in front of our eyes. The third is the drive to work from home. आज हमारे पास 50 लोगों की organization है. When we go to our offices in the first or the second week of May, आधे लोगों को हमको लगेगा अरे यार 25, we need to be 25. Social distancing has come in force. Where will these people go? They will have to work from home. Now, if they work from home, are you ready to lead them virtually? Are you a leader who is ready to adapt to the change? Because if you adapt, your teams will. If you don't, your teams won't. And both of us will sing together. So, a team player, now who's a leader? Who's a virtuepreneur? This is the word that I've coined. A virtual entrepreneur is a virtuepreneur. Gone are the days of being a leader. Gone are the days of being an entrepreneur. We have to be a virtuepreneur, where going virtual is up our sleeves. We are empowered entrepreneurs now. So we are virtuepreneurs. From a hierarchical position to a team player, are you still used to being called a boss? Malik aa gaya hai. Sab khade ho jaiye. The days are gone. You have to be democratic. It has to be a team effort. One of the days when MD का chamber खुला है, boss आने वाला है, तब काम होगा. No, virtual doesn't operate that way. Everybody is empowered enough. Are you changing from a hierarchical boss to a team player? Do you have it in you? What are the changes? The changes will have to come in your mindset first. Your egos have to take a beating. First we are leaders, first we are enablers, and then we are bosses. Do we have it in us to enable everybody in our team? You have to decide. 80% of business owners have at least one direct report who's working remote. मैं नौकरी करता था, मैं बॉम्बे में, my head office used to be in Mumbai. I used to lead direct reports as well as I worked in remote locations. So I know how difficult it is for a remote location man to relate to the organization. It's very difficult. क्या होता है? If suppose I'm in Ludhiana or let's say Punjab and my head office is in Mumbai, does a Punjab or Ludhiana guy ever be able to relate what is happening in Mumbai when 90% of the staff is? However much you try to relate to him, वो नहीं होगा. Because the way we give inputs to the physical world in front of our eyes is the same way we are giving inputs to the virtual world. How is that possible that the guy will relate? Normally what happens is I suffered from being anonymous. I used to think, अरे यार मेरे बिना भी कंपनी चलती है यार. अब मेरी क्या जरूरत है कंपनी को? क्या मेरी जरूरत है कंपनी को? I used to question myself every day when I was posted outside. I'm sure you will have, as leaders, you will find people doing that. Now, how are you changing the level of communication to the remote people? Do we have a design plan to it? Do you have a strategy lined up for that? If not, then you've got these 10 days to revisit your entire strategy. Because in the first change that will happen to you is it has to happen in your mind before it translates to the organizations. If I don't change as a person over these 10 days, I will not be able to translate that change to the organization. The methods that helped you succeed in the past will no longer hold ground in these change times. So we will need to do the same things, but in a different way. This is very interesting. Working remotely changes interpersonal dynamics to a huge extent. What happens is, suppose you're organizing a sales meet in your head office and you happen to be the boss. With a flick of an eyebrow, the team will understand mera boss ye chahta hai. But the flick of an eyebrow is not visible to a guy sitting in Delhi. The flick of an eyebrow, or what do you mean by informal communication, will not be visible to your virtual people. Now, how will you empower your virtual teams? Because virtual teams going forward are going to be 60-70% of your sales. Virtual communication changes the interpersonal communication patterns to a huge extent. Do we need to change? Are we changing enough? Must ensure your message is easily understood. What happens is, suppose I send an email to somebody. Is email a medium enough? I remember my bosses used to send me email when I was in a remote location. Oh, farak nahi padta. I used to feel so alienated. I'm sure you will realize if you work in remote locations that the emails don't relate enough. What are you doing as a leader, as a boss, as an entrepreneur to ensure that your virtual team doesn't feel alienated? Use technology as a tool and not as a barrier. Half of the times, you know, I'm personally very weak in technology. So if I'm weak in technology, how will I be able to lead going forward? A virtualpreneur has to have a mastery over all the virtual media available. He has to lead from the front. See, the leadership and the management gear is not going to change at all. It's a 3-gear system. Everybody knows it. The leadership and the management gear remains the same. The basics of the organization will never change. The rules, the ethics, the phenomenon by which the companies work will never change. What has changed now is the point number 2, the tools and technology. Till about 10 years back, it wasn't there. Till about 5 years back, it wasn't there. Till about 1 year back, the importance was never felt. Till about 1 week back, this used to be, "Arey, karenge aage." But now, the entire world sitting in their homes is working on Zoom. What else can you imagine technology to do? We've been working relentless hours on Zoom. Did you ever imagine 10 days back, ye hoga? Never. Technology has taken over. Are we adept as leaders? Leading requires a focus on 3 O models. First is outcomes. Lead with purpose of reaching a desired outcome. Outcomes क्या होते हैं मैं आपको बताता हूँ. When we used to assign targets, I remember, where I flunked many a times also. I succeeded many a times and I flunked very a times. Now, what was different when I flunked was that वो target ऊपर से आता था. इतने करने हैं, ये करना है. Now, before I could relate, 4 महीने निकल जाते थे. And things never used to change. Now, what are the outcomes if they are not agreed upon mutually? You can't decide an outcome solitarily. Gone are the days. You have to lead through others in your team. Your beliefs, your assumptions, of course, they'll be ingrained in the team, but when the team clicks together, only that will you be able to deliver your own beliefs and assumptions. Else, how will you succeed? It has to be through your team. It can't be solitary. वो time चला गया. Organization outcomes have to क्या होता है? Target setting, जो मैंने पहले आपसे बात करी थी. Target setting तो मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि sales का बंदा था. But that doesn't mean target setting is only sales. There are so many other outcomes that are possible. Now, target setting, how can you decide the outcome of an organization solitarily? It can't be. It has to be with the people who are going to drive it through. It can't be you alone. The outcomes have to be team-oriented. People must know what they are expected to do and how do you expect them to deliver it. Focus on achieving goals and not just setting them. What happens is when a target reaches a remote guy, it inadvertently reaches in form of an email. This is what needs to be delivered. 12 months, 6 months, 3 months. There is no interaction. And what happens is every week you start receiving mails of deliverables, non-deliverables. Do you think that will happen this way? Have you taken the guy in confidence at the remote location? How will he succeed? Will you be able to ensure that he comes up the curve and learns how to succeed? Else it will be a failure. And if that guy fails, you fail too. So in their success lies your success, doesn't it? Okay, how many of you are aware of SMART goals? A simple yes or no would do. Cool. So what are SMART goals? I'll tell you. S, specific, measurable, achievable, result-oriented, and time-bound. That is what SMART goal is. Now, all the 5 attributes of a SMART goal can't work in solidarity. It has to be with them. And this slide I like the most. You have to coach your people. Now, my dear friends, if you need to coach your people how to improve, do you have a coach? How can a guy who's graduated from being an entrepreneur to a virtualpreneur go without a coach? If you don't have a coach, how will you be able to coach people? Because at the end, the way you coach, the way you duplicate what is expected is the way the teams would grow. And the more the teams will grow, will empower you further to duplicate your organization in separate geographies. Imagine if you create a unit, a cohesive unit going forward, which can duplicate what your thought processes are, which can duplicate your systems. You can sit anywhere and your organizations can go to countries. Have you ever thought prior to March that you can go international too? हम जा सकते हैं, because now virtual is the new normal. Once the basics are set, once the teams are set, once the leaders are set, you just need to duplicate it. Imagine how powerful coaching is. Do you think you can coach without being coached? You go to a gym, you need a coach. You go to a sports unit, you need a coach. Why not for your entrepreneurships? Why not for your businesses? Okay, this is very interesting. Couple of minutes I'd like to share. There is a there are 4 types of personalities. Everybody is, one is a dominant style. People who lead from the front, whatever come may, मैं ये हासिल करके रहूंगा, उसके लिए मुझे कुछ भी करना पड़े. You found many people that way. Some people are the influential type, who are the John of the parties, who like to sing, who like to make frolic, who like to make fun. There is another category of people who are very, very, very detail-oriented. And people who can carry themselves, who are compliant. There's another category. Now, if a dominant style of a person like me, I'm a dominant type of a person, I go to a compliant person and jump around. Boss, tu aisa nahi, वैसा कर, अरे कल हम स्विट्जरलैंड में जाएंगे. Do you think he's ever related? Does he even know why does he want to go to Switzerland at all in the first place? Does it appeal to him? भाई कुछ अपील ही नहीं करेगा तो करेंगे क्या? You have to deal with the person the way that person is, not the way you are. कितनी बार ऐसा होता है? Have you been in a part of stories where you have literally ridden over people? कभी हुआ ऐसा? हुआ तो मुझे बताइए. Probably yes or no. When you've hurt the people the wrong way. Yes, exactly. At least I have. Many times. Now I've understood. Now I'm trying to learn myself. It's about educating yourself and educating the world. You have to deal with the people the way they want to be dealt with, not the reverse. What happens is, अगर सब फर्स्ट करिए कि आपके पास एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जहां पे out of 100 people 60 work on remote. It's important for you to find out what the organizations are thinking, what the people are thinking about you as a person, about your organization. It's not a question of being seen कि आज सुबह webinar हो गया, कल video conference हो गई, कल हमारा SMS पे बात हुई, mails पर बात हुई. That's not enough, friends. हमको उसको देखना पड़ेगा कि how does the guy sitting at the remote location actually gather information from? What is the source? How do they perceive the organization to be? How do they perceive you as a leader? If you're not able to find that out, you will not be able to lead the way they need to be dealt with. Be more aware of the impressions you make. Virtual leaders, the impressions they make virtually are totally different from the impressions they make physically in front. I may be a different person when I'm in front of somebody, a totally different person when I'm leading them virtually. जमीन आसमान का फर्क है. Do we have it in us to find what is different? You have to find that out. Now, believe my words, leading one-on-one on a physically present team is easier than leading a virtual team. A virtualpreneur will have to lead the hard way. Trust जो आता है ना, online नहीं आएगा. A virtual trust is harder to earn than a physical one-on-one trust. बहुत फर्क है दोनों में. और जब तक आप ये रियलाइज करेंगे, द मोर यू रीड, द मोर यू विल बी अवेयर दैट जो मैं सोचता हूँ, द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल इज आई यूज्ड टू स्पीक टू माय माता जी. शी इज इन भोपाल. I used to speak to her on phone. After this lockdown, I tried to improve and started talking to her over a video chat, a WhatsApp. There's a difference. Zameen Asman ka farak hai, the way she perceives it now than what she used to perceive in the past. Imagine you talking to your executives on the virtual media, on phone. ये करना है तुझे, वो करना है तुझे, मैं समझाऊं क्या? Versus you speaking to them face to face, if not physically present, then at least on the webcam. There's a sea of difference. That's huge. The common purpose has to be drilled into the mind of the virtual team members. The motives have to be drilled into their minds. Are people now, when are the people motivated? When your outcome is in sync with their outcome. And when it is in sync with their outcomes, they are willing to go to the extra mile. They are willing to be led. Now, till such time that your motives are not common, the leadership is not going to happen. The more alignment in the three components of common purpose, competence, and motives, the better it is, and the more the trust you will be able to garner of your team members. The results that you need, what I call there are two scopes. One is the richness scope, and one is the scope of emails, recording messages, where your personal virtual presence is not there. Ek email shoot kar di. That's the easiest, sitting and typing an email. Versus a webcam chat, where the tone, the expression, the tonal quality, your expressions as a leader are very, very visible to the virtual team member. Sometimes richness is what is lacking. Sometimes scope is what is lacking. If suppose you take a lot of webcam talk, तो क्या होगा कि उसके अंदर formality जो है हमारे relationship की वो खत्म हो जाएगी. There has to be a balance between richness and scope. Email type करने से भाई कुछ नहीं बनता till such time that he's in sync with you as a person. Be mindful of what you are trying to get across, to whom, and how richly is what you have to decide as a leader. Sometimes sending a mail would not be enough. Sometimes a webcam may not be enough. Sometimes a one-on-one session is required. Sometimes the counseling. Now, you will have to set timetable across to your location guy. Tuesday, 9:30 to 10:30 is your session, followed by Thursday, 5:30 to 6:30. You have to put it on their diaries, put it in your diaries. It has to be drilled. It has to be a virtual world. It has to be drilled into their minds. That is when the messages will start going across. These are the various tools, and depending on how you want to use what tool and when. Using a tool, when is the most important. How everybody knows it now. When to use a video and recorded message. Target dena hai saab, wo video message mein de diya, won't be possible. Email, what do you want to email? Suppose you want to reprimand somebody. Normally my bosses used to reprimand me. I used to reprimand the team. It used to be on email. No emotions attached. Half of the times we never used to understand what has happened. Then we used to call up the separate people in the organization to try and find out, boss, ho kya raha hai? Do you want to be that sort of a leader? When do you want to take the right steps, and what media to take it from is you have to decide. When is a webcam or a video chat important? When is an email important? When is a simple text, hi, how are you doing? Hope everything is fine. Let's suppose somebody is taken ill in your team. Just a one-liner, hope everything is fine with you, your family. How are you doing? These things matter a lot. Now, what medium to select when is what you have to decide as a leader. The more effectively you decide a medium, the more effective you are as a leader. That's for sure. Okay, there used to be I have heard a lot of bosses or maliks doing a lot of gyan, right? You've asked me to talk a mixture of Hindi and English. A lot of gyan is it's a monologue. हमने इस organization को ऐसे बनाना है, and what are the other people doing? Listening. Whether be it a teleconference, whether be it a one-on-one meeting, whether be it a conference, what are people doing? Listening. साहब आए हैं, भाषण देंगे. Do you think people will ever relate? Never. Have you ever come across a leader, a successful leader at that, whom people love and who's a monologue? But you find thousands of people who are monologues. मेरी ही चलती है. In this, when you are a virtuepreneur, तुम्हारी ही चलती है, वो टाइम चला गया. हमारे को as a team चलाना है. You have to make as the conversations as rich as possible. You have to solicit their feedback. भाई, जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ ठीक है कि नहीं? आपको क्या लगता है? What do you feel? जो मैंने ये बजट बोला है, do you think it makes sense? अच्छा नहीं? How? Why? Why do you feel so? Allow the other guy to interact. The more the other guy interacts, the easier for you it is to lead. And of course, if you have 60%, you are a virtuepreneur, and a virtuepreneur, believe my words, you were in office, work was easier. Now you're sitting at homes, it has become all the more difficult. Am I right? Do you agree? Yes or no? Exactly. So, हम offices में थे ना March तक बड़ा आसान था. We used to work, have tea. Our entire the session was booked, pre-booked. You have to have 3 teas a day. You'll have to work. Maximum output now I realize used to be not more than 4 hours. Now I realize it when I'm sitting in the midst of a COVID-19 lockdown, not more than 4 hours. Now, after this lockdown and when the virtual world has taken over, even 24 hours, my friends, are less. Do you agree? Now, if you are a leader who is leading from the front, you're a virtuepreneur, you will have to have a strong self-talk. Boss, I want to lead my organization from where I am to where it needs to be in the year 2022, in the year 2025. If you are not able to translate and have a strong self-talk, how will you be able to drill that into their teams? अरे यार मैं कल ऑफिस जा रहा हूँ, कल मेरे को वेबिनार लेना है. I'm not too sure about my own life, forget about the others. Do you think this belief will not get reflected to them? In virtual world, believe me, a single word makes a difference. You can be full of physical one-on-one sometimes, not a virtual one-on-one. I'm sorry. This is one biggest drawback of being a virtuepreneur. You have to be always at the top emotionally, and a huge self-talk. You have to be driven. Now, are you driven? Because I'm telling you, the staffs are going to go down. आपको पता है कि staff अगर हमें आज the situations what we are in, do you think we'll be able to sustain the same staff strength now, 3 months from now?
Hi, Alok. I'm sorry.
If we do, great.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Alok. We're running short on time. You have to conclude. Yeah.
Now, find a balance between being a responsible part of your organization and taking care of yourself. See, once you lead as a team or as a virtuepreneur, people will follow you. Do you have it in you? Are you demarcating time for your own self? If suppose you come out in June and with all your weight 10 kilo बढ़ाकर तुम जा रहे हो, do you think your people will get motivated there? Boss, you have to lead, you have to be a part of that change. Time management is really the choice management going forward. How diligently you decide to choose what is right and what is wrong, because these 24 hours are the same for everybody. Ensure you prepare long distance leaders. The more long distance leaders you prepare, my dear friends, the easier it is going to be for you to duplicate your organization worldwide. You have to empower people, not be a powerhouse yourself. The more you empower, the more you will be able to duplicate. The more you duplicate, the more you'll be able to set free. And we are all in this business to set ourselves free, not ourselves occupied more and more. Being a virtuepreneur is a blessing in disguise. These 10 days going forward are a huge blessing where we can learn something new of how to lead our teams going forward. Nothing is going to remain the same, my dear friends. So let's make the best of these 10 days and become virtuepreneurs together. So this is what I had to share. If you have any questions, type it down, and if we have time, we'll take it. I am sure we have time. I can be approached on my email IDs. Satyam has the email IDs with him. You can get in touch with our team action coach, and everybody now going forward needs a coach.
Thank you, Alok. Thank you so much for a powerful and insightful session. We really appreciate. Yeah, and as a token of gratitude, we have a certificate for you. Thank you so much for putting this information together, and we really enjoyed the session. It was full of energy.